Welcome to Mixtapes. I'm your host, Eric Stanley, and right next to me is my co-host, Mr. Mark Moots. Moots, what's going on this morning, my friend?
Well, today we are going to talk to a killer singer.
Oh,
like just killer singer. He was in a band. He's been in a bunch of bands, but Imagika, Niviane, and a little band called Forbidden that has a new album coming out, which will be his first. Norman Skinner, man, he's a beast, and we get to talk to him. Like that's 3 for 5 on Forbidden, by the way, for our show,
which is pretty awesome. And
we're doing good.
I'm looking forward to hearing his enthusiasm about this new record that'll be coming out sometime in the future, and just seeing where the conversation goes. So why don't we get that rolling?
Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Norman Skinner. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Yeah, for sure. So we have a stock first question that we like to ask, and that is, do you remember your first musical memory or the thing that sparked that interest in you to become who you are today, a musician?
Yeah, it's a weird question. It kind of delves into my origin story, so to speak.
Perfect.
I first of all, I never really wanted to be in a band, or I never wanted to be a singer or anything like that when I was young. I mean, I grew up with like MTV, just whatever was on, and that's what I listened to. And then it wasn't until, God, I think I was in 7th grade, and it might have been like a Motley Crue video or a Poison video. So I was seeing all these girls. Of course, I'm just a horny teenager at high school, at middle school, right?
Right.
So I'm like, oh, look at these guys playing guitar, man. They're getting all these girls, and maybe I should do that. So I asked my parents for a guitar for Christmas. Okay. Mind you, I still didn't think about being in a band or anything. I just wanted a guitar to get girls.
Right.
Totally.
So, I'm thinking, oh man, I'm going to get this, Flying V guitar, this Marshall stack and all that. Mm-hmm. Hell no, here comes Christmas time. I got a classical acoustic nylon string guitar and a couple Mel Bay teach yourself how to play books, right?
Perfect.
Oh boy.
Perfect.
Man, I messed with that for maybe 3 weeks. I got little hands. I can't even stretch these 2 fingers. I think, it was a G or some weird chord because I still don't play anything really. And I'm just like, my fingers hurt. This sucks. Threw it in the closet. And then just to keep it kind of short, fast forward to about my junior year of high school, met a dude. Our girlfriends were friends. I thought he was a dork. He thought I was a dork. But we were hanging out at my house, and he saw that I had like Metallica poster and stuff like on my wall. He's like, oh, you like metal? Like, yeah, he likes metal too. Oh, okay. And then he was talking about how he wanted to be a guitar player. All of a sudden, I'm the cool guy, right? I got the guitar. I'm digging through my closet, man. I pull out that old acoustic. It's got a cracked headstock, one rusty string, the supports inside, half of them are like damaged. But he was like, his eyes lit up, man. He was like, oh, I'm like, you can have that, man.
Oh,
really? Awesome. Yeah, man. You take that, man. That thing's special to me, but I want you to have that.
Nice.
So we became friends, and then he started taking lessons over the summer. Actually, I think this would have been our sophomore year, because junior year comes around. Him and some buddies are going to do a talent show. Mm-hmm. The school talent show.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of the guy hanging out around them while they're jamming, right? Just the guy. And then I get a call a couple weeks before the show. The other guitar player that was teaching him how to play is like, yo, bro, our singer bailed, man, so you got to sing the show. What? I don't sing. He's like, yeah, but you're here around. Come on, man, you'll do it, right? I'm like, all right. So I just did this talent show. I think we got disqualified because all our friends were stage diving and pitting inside the theater in the school.
That's awesome.
Student bodies pulling them off, and it was. And I just sat back and I'm like, this is fun. I think I might keep with this for a little bit. And
there
you go.
What did you play?
I sang in that show.
But I mean, like, what song?
Oh, so this will age me. You'll be able to tell exactly what age I am. So it was my junior year. We wanted to play the 2 most popular kind of metal songs at the time.
Great.
which was Inner Sandman by Metallica, Smells
Okay.
Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Okay.
Those were the 2 songs we did.
Totally. Yeah.
So me and you were about the same age then.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
51, graduate. I was born in 75.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was born in
Okay.
74. Yeah, that's
So
that's
rough right
awesome.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to
That's
ask.
awesome.
I want to ask you.
We're all
this
kind of
question.
similar.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to ask you this question because I was curious about this because you obviously can sing, dude. I mean, like
Now?
insane. Well, yeah, but
Well-
but here's my question, right? You'll enjoy this one. When did you start to realize you could sing?
It wasn't. So yeah, actually, I have the answer for this. So I started just getting in bands, and then I broke out of that kind of what we call it. You guys don't know exactly what I mean when I say this. That inbred circle of your friends bouncing from band to band. It's the same people, right?
Yes.
And I kind of broke out of that and started jamming with guys that are way older than me and were more veterans and stuff. And then it wasn't we would some guy would have a camcorder, the big one, and we'd be videotaping the show, and then they got smaller, and and my buddy Mikey, he's my best friend. He's the holder of the blackmail. Let's put it this way: when I die, the tell-all book comes out. He's the guy that's going to write it, right?
Okay.
He had all the VHS tapes and stuff. He started compiling them on DVD for me, and then he called me up and he's like, "Yo, bro," he goes, I noticed something. I'm like, "What?" He goes, "First of all, you used to suck real bad." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." He goes, "Yeah, but sometime right around like 2002, all of a sudden you got good." I didn't realize anything really until he told me that. I just always, I still have that mentality. I just still feel like I wing it. It just is what it is. We're our own worst critic. But I know that I think the first time I felt accomplished or like, oh, hey, I'm getting good press, and I'm getting my name listed alongside guys that I look up to and I try to emulate. And that might have been roughly maybe like 2006, 2007.
Okay.
Maybe even 2008. It wasn't until that far that all of a sudden I was like, hey, I guess I'm doing something right. Because I never took lessons. I'm just self-taught and everything. So.
And I think a lot of us at that age, especially the age that we're at right now, like finding the singer was the hardest thing. And it was almost like, oh, you can sing or whatnot. And I think like a lot of that was, I don't know about you, and I don't know about you, Mark, but like we never had great gear. Like we never had like monitors that we bring to shows. So like, you just put up the PA speakers, the amps, and you're just going for it. And like the poor singers, man, it's like, how do you really know what you're hearing, unfortunately? And people can tell you're good. But that's why I love asking that question to singers is like, when did you know, like, you know what, I can do this? And a lot of you guys are super humble and like, I don't know if I still can do it, that type of thing. Like, and I think that's cool because you can ask the same thing to guitar players, they'll say the same thing. But like, there has to be that time where like, hey, like we're the same age, right? Let's say you're singing some Dio or something like, I can actually hit these notes, or like some Maiden or some Priest. You're like, okay, wait a second. Like, or like, I remember like a singer that I knew, we're in the car driving and I didn't know he could sing, and he's just singing along to a song. And I'm like, dude, you're actually really good. Like you actually can sing. And like, really? A lot of people just don't know until they're told. That's why I love asking that question to you guys. It's like, when did you figure it out? So you started playing with older guys. What time period was that? How old were you when that was happening?
So I would say that I joined my first so I joined a band in 1995. So I was 20.
Okay.
And obviously I was already a late bloomer because I was already my junior year when I had my first little talent show thing, right? So I didn't start young. And this band was called Tramontaine. And they already had a handful of demos that were kind of being traded underground around the world. These guys, I was 20, they were like in the early 30s, I believe, already. So I went in there and, I want to say I auditioned for like 6 months. They just kept having me come back, and we would just jam till all of a sudden one day the bass player goes, "Man, you got the job, man." And then all the other guys were like, "What?" Like, because no one had talked about it. He's like, "Dude, it's been like 6 months, man. We keep having this kid come
let
back."
him do it.
Yeah. And then, I I started with them. I remember I remember the first audition. I walked in there halfway through the second song. I blew my voice out. Like I was like, oh man, these guys they're not gonna have me back. But they let me utilize the PA that they had left over from their old singer who owed them money or something.
Okay.
And then my crappy one that just couldn't really cut it. So then all of a sudden, I was able to. It's funny you mentioned gear. I remember being a singer. First gear I ever had, I was singing through, and as a guitar player, you'll appreciate this. It was a Fender Reverb 25 or whatever they call it, the little thing, and then it had a Radio Shack on-off pin mic.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
that was it, man. First gear.
That's amazing. I think I sing as well, but like I remember those days of being in high school, and it was like shit. Sometimes a dude would be in a band just because he had a PA,
right?
You know, like, well, he's not great, but like he's got a PA.
The rich kid.
Well, yeah, no shit. But like, and you just worked with what you had, and you made it work. And as a singer, that's tough because if you can't hear yourself, there's no way for you to know if you're good or bad or right or wrong or anything.
So
you're just winging it, and you like sing. It's not like you're a shouter. You can, but like that's a totally different animal. If you're an extreme metal vocalist, that's like I toured doing extreme metal vocals. Like monitors didn't fucking matter. They really didn't. Like I was just like this screaming, growling dude, and I had earplugs in, and that's all I needed. As long as I could hear the guitar and the drums, I'm good.
No, I get it. It was I'd say around 2004. 2000. Oh, that's funny. 2004. We were playing. I was in my band Imagika at the time, and we were playing in San Francisco, and it was like my third or fourth show with this band, and I remember I just couldn't hear anything. And I'm a super chill, like happy guy. And in between each song, I'm like, come on, I'm yelling at the sound guy. I'm like, this is bullshit. So I actually went out. I went out and I did something that people at that level never do. And I went and I bought an in-ear system for myself. Okay. And so since 2004, even playing crappy little club shows to like 30 people, I would bring my own plug and play. I'd take the XLR, plug it in the back, has my own effects, has my own everything. I still have my own kind of setup. But I was using in-ears. I was like, I'm not going to deal with that. I need to hear myself. And then, of course, other guys, what is that? And,
Right.
Oh, yeah, but, you were way ahead of the curve.
Yeah. And I think maybe that also helped me get better because I was constantly able to hear myself at rehearsals and shows and stuff. So
that totally makes sense. It's funny. I was actually, my drummer and I were just talking about a week ago about maybe we should look into these in-ear things because, like, it's hard. And it's unpredictable. And when you're playing at the level that we play, you never know what you're going to get.
Oh yeah, like it's a crapshoot, right?
Yeah, it's some places are awesome and they're geared up and like the sound is great, but monitors, man,
monitors are always dicey because you also have like a monitor guy. So like your the main front of house might be awesome, but the monitor guy might be asleep at the wheel. I mean, I remember shows at the Knit where I'm like telling the guy I'm pointing at my guitar and doing the up thing, and then I'm just getting more drums. I'm like, awesome, like that's not a drum.
It's
like
perfect.
You know what I mean? Like, and then you just are like, just turn it off, kill it.
I've learned one thing: if the monitor guy comes up and he's like, man, you're gonna get the best monitors. Anything along that line, you're fucked.
It's completely opposite.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
never. It's the quiet guys are like, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, that was killer. The guys that are like, it's never good.
Big talk is rarely backed up.
So true. Are you one ear in, one ear out when you use the monitors?
I started that way. Now I just, I don't know, man. I just make sure that I'm turned up the right way. There were in the early times, there was times I would take it off and all of a sudden my ears are ringing. I'm like, great. I was just screaming in my ears all night long. Yeah. I'm doing this to myself, and have one out where one ear I'm hearing it. And I'm like, that's kind of defeating the purpose, man. I just need to get used to turning it down just enough. I don't have the band mixed in.
Okay.
I do just vocals with a little reverb and delay. Just because that way I can get the attack.
Wait, what? You don't have the band mixed in?
No. I always it's just vocals. So like, say I play a fest or something on the tech sheet and everything. They just say singer just wants vocals only, reverb and delay, and then that's it. So I just let the band.
Wait, what?
I can hear the band. I just want to make sure I hear myself, and I just turn myself where I need to be, and it's mixed.
Okay, but okay.
So lost right now. This
Hang
is
on.
amazing.
I didn't see that this is a
I didn't see this one coming from
quest.
a mile away. Yeah.
Forbidden's running stage cabs.
Yeah, they run cabinets. Yeah.
Okay, that helps.
Okay, so you're mixing.
No, they're not lying. They're not like DI.
They're not just DI out.
No.
So you're mixing to the stage volume.
Correct.
So the stage volume, and then you have your own mix of just you, but
Correct.
you still hear. So you still hear the crowd. You still hear the guitars and the drums. You're just where you want to be. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Yep, that's all I do. And then it's also takes a lot off because I'm not over there saying, I need more of this, I need more of that.
Right.
The guys in the band are already giving the monitor guy enough of that, right? And they still want their mix in the front, right? So there's still vocals coming across the front of the stage.
Sure.
I just don't care about the level of it as long as they're happy.
Right.
With it, you know.
So it's like a safety for you. Because you have a perfect mix, but you still will get a little bit of ambient from the wedges.
Correct.
Great.
Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Okay.
I was like, you're even more of a badass than I thought, vocally.
Yeah, I was like,
you're not heard anything but you. I'm like,
no net, man.
Yeah.
No.
I can feel the vibration of the stage. I know exactly.
I know
where
it's a
I'm
C
at.
sharp.
Yeah.
No. I'm definitely not that badass. But
That's hysterical.
People want to think that. Let's let them.
Yeah, let them.
We won't tell them you're not.
Kidding.
we'll let them believe that. So you mentioned Imagika. Was that like your first kind of like band? Like,
well, I mean, so like I said, when I joined Tramontaine, they already had like a little bit of a worldwide kind of thing going on.
Right.
That's where I started experiencing my first like international interviews where they mail you the questions, you'd fill it out, mail it back, and they'd review your CD and stuff. And I did one album with them, which is whatever. It's part of the good, bad, ugly time. Then I joined I started a new band called Machine Called Man. Most people don't even know anything about that band. It was very, I don't know what we were. They wanted to be very tech, but we wanted to be heavy, and it was a weird hodgepodge of something.
Okay.
But it was during that time that I guess Imagika had lost their singer. They were actually recording with Neil Kernan down in Texas, and they were halfway through. This would have been their fourth album because they did 3 albums with their previous singer, and they've been on each album. They were signed to a label and everything. And I guess one of their road crew or something saw me and my band Machine Called Man opening up for Symphony X.
Okay.
So they were like, "Oh, I remember that singer we saw. Let's reach out to him." So they reached out to me. They were obviously much bigger and more well known than I was used to. So I went and auditioned. I have a really funny audition story about that band.
Go ahead.
You're like, bring it. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, let's have it.
So I was given a CDR with like 3 songs on it, and this is like 2004, and so I wrote to them. They didn't give me the old singer's lyrics or vocals. I was able to have free reign. Okay. So I went in there and I meet the rest of the band, and there's just some guy chilling in the corner on a couch. He's got like I hope I'm remembering it right. My mind might be running away with it, but I swear he had a top hat on and a glass of wine, dark shades, and this is in a dark like rehearsal room.
Right.
It's just quiet the whole time. Never said hi. Just no one acknowledged who he was. So I do my audition. We go through the songs, and the guy gets up and leaves, and then like we'll be right back. Then they go and they come back in, and he never comes back in.
Weird.
And I'm like, okay. So then they're like, yeah, we'll keep going with this. So it was later on, I found out that was Neil Kernan. And they brought in him because they wanted another singer to judge singer that they were auditioning. I guess he basically said, yeah, this guy's good. You guys should move forward. At least that's what I was told from what I recall. So that was a interesting way.
Otherwise, it's just some vampire sitting in the corner.
I was like, who's this fucking dude in the corner? Just like looking at me. But yeah, so I joined to answer your question, Imagika was a big leap for me. All of a sudden, I would say that's the first time my name started getting thrown around, and that's when I started getting compared to like guys like Matt Barlow. and, and stuff like that, where I was like, dude, that's like one of my main dudes,
Okay.
that I loved. So it was just, it was a whirlwind at first because I things were happening and, I wasn't used to that. And we were playing more shows, bigger shows, started doing those little van tours, I'd never done those before and things. So
fun.
Yeah.
Let's pivot back for a second because you said you had no training. Like you're just a natural born motherfucker.
Well, I was, let's just say I was fearless enough.
Good. That was kind of where I was going, actually. That's perfect. Same, but like I had, I like to call it, I had like teachers, which meant I had tapes that I would listen to and sing along with until I could figure out if I could do that or not. So who were your teachers?
Oh, so I mean, God, I had certain like songs that I would try to sing just to see if I could hit the notes, and I would do them over and over and over time. I remember trying to do the middle of a freaking Cashmere. And he holds that note out, right? I tried to do that because I couldn't hold my breath all the way. So I remember forever singing along that song. Quicksand Jesus by Skid Row.
Great choice.
I would just hammer that song over and over and over. And
were you hitting the end?
I can now, and it took a long time. But so that was a song I was always trying to hit. I remember another one was so it was Quicksand Jesus. There was Cashmere. I had it in my head. There was another one that I was. Pull Me Under by Dream Theater.
Okay,
was another one. Yeah. So I had stuff like that. I hated growl vocals back then.
Okay,
like I was like, oh, what is this stuff? It was later on I heard Soilwork Natural Born Chaos album, and I was a fan. Then followed that up with Killswitch Engage. The End of Heartache. Then all of a sudden I was like,
great record.
Love growl vocals. Now I'm just gonna sprinkle them in and stuff. But that's kind of it. I guess if you asked who my teachers were, it was those kind of songs, certain songs that I was just trying to hammer and figure out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I just drove around in my car and like it was these tapes are the ones I put in, and I just try my hardest. And so it's the same thing.
Same, absolutely. We are the same, brother. Yeah,
yes. That's killer. So walk me through a little bit of Imagika. Like you did the van tours, you did the thing. How many albums?
I did a total of 5 albums. We did released one in 2005, Devils on Both Sides, and 2006/7 because there was 2 releases, one for the U.S. one for My Bloodied Wings. 2008 did Feast for the Hated. 2010 Portrait of the Hangman. Then I quit.
Okay.
We had a reunion for a very short reunion in 2019 for one little EP, but I quickly remembered why I'd quit in the first place. So it was one of those. But I learned a lot. There was a lot of good times, but there's also there's some toxicity here and there.
Okay.
And now that I look back on it, but it was we put out, I can still listen to those albums, and it might be a filler song here or there, but for the most part I can listen to it and be proud of the songs. And Steve Rice, we didn't always get along. The guy could write riffs and songs. He's a really good songwriter. He went on to form his band Kill Ritual, so that he has now. But yeah, it was cool. I remember another great story. Our producer was Andy LaRocque from King Diamond, so he would do our albums.
Oh, cool.
So we would go to Sweden, and the first time we went over there, it was to mix the first album that I did with them, Devils on Both Sides. And sorry, I just love telling little funny stories. He was digging. I guess he was getting ready to change studios or something was going on. And he had some old boxes, and he gave me like an Abigail shirt. I think it was a tour shirt or something. He was like, "Oh yeah, what size and stuff?" And I'm like, and I'm not one of those lie till you make it type guys. I don't want to be a poser in any way. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, I can't accept this shirt. A band's looking at me like, what? I go, I don't know your music. Dude, we took a break. My guitar player took me to a store down in Gothenburg. I bought King Diamond's Greatest Hits, and we listened to it driving around. Then came back. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that shirt now.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'll take that out. But I had a lot of good stories and experiences with Imagika, and I owe them a lot. I really do. So.
That's amazing. Fucking Andy LaRock like derailed my whole brain.
He's
such a player.
Fantastic and a nice guy.
Big fan.
The last so he played guitar. We have a song on our 2010 album. It's called "A God No More." It's an instrumental. He solos over the whole thing beautifully. It's great.
Wow.
And then what's funny is I didn't realize this when we did the reunion. We did it all not in person, right? Tracks and our own DAWs and stuff. And the drummer on that is Matt Thompson from King Diamond on the very last Imagika album. So luckily I got to meet him once while we were Forbidden was doing something. We ran into each other and got to introduce myself. Like, hey, we're on an album together.
Yeah.
So
fucking crazy time to be alive where you can do that. Where like be on a record with people you've never met.
Yeah. It's
be in different time zones and hemispheres.
Continents and
yeah. It's pretty amazing. So was the next project the one that I'm going to struggle? Is it Niviane?
Do not worry about. So
no, I want to get it wrong.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
No. So what happened is I ended up quitting Imagika in 2010. It was bad. It was a lot of talking trash in the media back and forth. I didn't start it. I still stand by that. But let's just say the guitar player was not happy I quit after 4 albums. And I said I'm at heart, Imagika was a thrash band, then I joined it, then it became like a power thrash band.
Okay.
I've never been a hardcore just thrash guy. Funny, I'm in Forbidden now, right?
Well,
but Forbidden's a little more power as well. So I always wanted to do my favorite music to listen to. Like my favorite band of all time, a lot of people don't know them, it's called Evergrey.
Okay, yeah.
I love that band. I like heavy power metal bands like Brainstorm and Mystic Prophecy. I like Scandinavian stuff like In Flames and Mercenary. That's what I listen to the most. And then of course follow that up. I'll throw on some Creator, Testament, Death Angel for sure.
Yeah.
But that's where I live. So I always wanted a heavy power metal band. Well, I was getting ready to go do that, but then the rest of the Imagika guys, other than the guitar player, hit me up and they're like, well, we want to do something with you. So we launched my solo band, Skinner. So I was doing Skinner, which I still do. It's been an ongoing thing. So I was doing the solo thing until I lost my lineup I had on the first album because they wanted to. I'm going to be as blunt as I can. They wanted to drink the Kool-Aid. Some guy's like, hey, if you spend this money, I could probably get you signed and you can record here type thing. I'm like, dude, that is stupid. Don't do it. They went and jumped ship to another band that would. Nothing came out of it. Like I said, but I put a little posting out saying, hey, I'm ready to do something. And then what's funny is my friend Brian O'Connor used to be in Vicious Rumors at one point in time as their vocalist. He's like, hey, bro, Scoob, Claudius Kramer is the guitar player. Because Scoob's starting a new power metal band. You should hit him up. So I hit up Claudius and I'm like, yo, I hear you got something going on. He's like, oh, I'd love to work with you. I'm like, well, I'd love to work with you. Sent me 3 songs on a Sunday. I had them all written and demoed by Wednesday.
Wow.
Sent it back to him because I was just really feeling it. He played it for the other guys. I didn't even know they had another singer at the time. Oops. So they're like, this guy's in. I went there, showed up, paid my band rent. We jammed. Claudius quit a year later. Didn't tell me. He told everyone else. He was just doing Possessed, And but then we went on and we did 3 albums, and that was my baby. And so the name Niviane.
Thank
if you ask anybody else around the world, they say it's Niviane.
Well, that's where I was going to go, and I was sure I was wrong.
No, so Niviane, but I guess I was told from Claudius, and he had a band called Serpent Seraph before. They had a song and a video called Tears of Niviane. And he named the band before he quit, Niviane. So he just had the wrong American pronunciation, so we just had to own it, because by the time I figured out that I was saying it wrong, the second album, we already had written a song called Niviane, where I'm singing Niviane. We had to own it.
Yeah. I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
It's already there.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Well, that stuff, full disclosure, I've checked out a bunch of the Niviane stuff, and I was actually supposed to play a show with you.
Oh, really?
And it was a few years ago. You were coming up. I don't remember if it was Reno or Tahoe, but we were playing a show together and got canceled because of the weather.
Oh, okay.
Like you guys couldn't come, so the whole show
It must have been a Reno show for
sure.
sure.
I'm pretty sure it was Reno, but I remember that was the first time I saw the name, and I was like, oh, all right. So I'm checking out, and I was like, oh shit, this is like fucking power metal. This is awesome.
Yeah, a little.
It was cool. Like I like the stuff a lot, and that was when I first heard you singing. And this isn't like a big smoke blow sesh, but I have to give you some props. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Because like, wow, he can. You say Matt Barlow, and I think I hear that.
Yeah,
but like, there's a lot of other people and styles that I hear as well, which is partly why when I heard what you're doing now, when that came around, I was like, yeah, that totally makes sense. Like it totally makes perfect sense. But the Niviane stuff is really cool, especially for people who enjoy like, metal.
right.
Like straight up. And I watched live shit and you fucking bring it live. So there's your props.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I was fully committed to Niviane, and
yeah.
We considered our brand a heavy power metal, because people think power metal, they're like Rhapsody and
sure,
Hellion, and we're like, no, man, we're a lot more. We mix in more thrash elements and traditional metal elements too, but we do that Euro thing.
Yes,
and like for instance, we did a Euro support tour with Soulfly. We're out there with our guitar player, we're setting up, and all these guys are like, what the fuck is this, right?
Right.
And when we were done, they're lying at the merch booth all the way across the club, and they're like, dude, we didn't know what that was going to be. That was some cool shit. So
yeah,
it is fun to like mess with people that way. They're like, oh, what? And then you just come out and you just bring it, so
no, I mean, the shit is heavy.
It's some heavy stuff,
and it's not folky, happy elven drink music.
No, we immediately, that when we were talking about the vision of the band, which for all people starting out, and you get together with some guys, have goals and the vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I learned that early. I should have had conversations with certain guys that got into bands.
Right.
But when we said, what kind of band do we want this to be? What vision? And the first thing he said is, I want to be lactose intolerant. Let's cut the cheese, man.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Lactose intolerant.
I like that. I like that a lot. So how long were you doing Niviane then?
Let's see, we formed, I joined them in 2015, and then we had our last album, Queen of Phantoms, was ready. It was done. I had joined Forbidden.
Mm-hmm.
I was, unfortunately, usually there's a guy that kind of runs the show, right?
Yeah,
At least business-wise. That was me. So when I was unable to really step in all the time, slowly the other guys kind of were falling out as well. And I tried my best to keep it together. I was like, let's just keep going. We can do this way. And I couldn't, man. I really, really tried it. It's sad right here, because that was like my project, know. I was there for the beginning of writing the first album all the way to the end, when everyone was like checking out. So
so that's like done.
Yeah, luckily I'm friends with everybody.
Good. Good.
My new solo album I'm working on, as well as a new recording project that's been in the works for a long time, has one of the guitar players and the drummer. So
cool.
They've just kind of incorporated with me on my other stuff. So
that's great. Yeah.
Oh, and my keyboard player.
Guitar player.
Yeah, guitar. It depends on which project.
Give it the proper respect.
But it is done, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, that's a bummer. I mean, I think you're right. I think every band has a dad that's like the driving the bus, and sometimes you think when dad needs a break, other people will step up, and sometimes they just step off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just band dynamics. I mean, it just is what it is. That's a
nailed
bummer.
it. You nailed it. 100%. Yeah.
It's unfortunate, because it's really, well, who knows? Maybe we'll do a reunion in a few years.
I still get emails asking us to play little fest things and stuff.
Sure.
You never know. Like I said, we are all friends, but the one guitar player, Mark Miner, he's always been a big Van Halen guy. So now he has his Van Halen cover band called Best of Both Worlds. playing. They're starting to play the casino circuit and all that stuff. So he's really happy. And like I said, the bass player, he was new anyway, so I think he's starting his own thing. But the other guys, we got our own stuff that we're messing with. So
nice.
Awesome. So one of the guys that I figure we should talk about is Russ Anderson. Just because the cool thing about Forbidden and understanding where you're coming from, that you like melody, you like power, you like heaviness and all that. So that's why, like I said, when I heard your name and the Forbidden thing, and once I heard you, it was like, yeah, that totally makes sense. But Russ had a really unique thing, and I saw Forbidden back in, I saw the Twisted Into Form tour, and like, I loved all the shit that you're talking about, but I remember Forbidden being so different because of him.
Sure.
Right. And I'm not trying to pile on a bunch of, well, how's it filling his shoes? Because that's not really what I'm doing. It's not what it's about, but it's just like the stuff I've heard you do from watching YouTube live shows and stuff like that. Like, there seems like a really cool amount of respect and technique, but like I don't get the impression that you're trying to sound like Russ Anderson.
No.
You sound like you singing those parts the way that they are, and I mean that as a compliment. I'm not. Sure. I hope it's taken that way. What was your mindset going into the idea of not just playing the show and doing Forbidden songs, but like being in Forbidden?
Yeah, I mean, I'll even give you a little backstory with Russ. My first time seeing a thrash band, I believe, was at the Omni, and it was on like the Distortion tour, the Distortion era. And I didn't know who Forbidden was, and I was a young kid, maybe 18 or something.
Yeah.
And I went to, I'm watching, I'm like, wow, this guy's, and he stood out. Like, this guy's killer, right? And then, fast forward, I was a fan. I listened to the albums, throughout my early 20s and stuff. Imagika opened up for Forbidden once, which was cool on the,
nice.
It was Omega Wave. And then later my solo band Skinner also opened up during that same time period for Forbidden. So they got to hear this guy singing, which was neat. And then, I got to meet Russ once. In person. It was they were playing Prog Power in Atlanta festival, same time period, and got to meet him real quick, just tell him I thought he was great and everything, and that was it. So cool. Fast forward, and then for me, another funny thing is I was at the listening party for Omega Wave, and that's when I had just quit Imagika, and the rest of the guys asked me to do something, and we started Skinner in the parking lot of the Forbidden listening party.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the bass player's like, yeah, we'll call it Skinner. I'm like, we're not calling it Skinner. Yeah, it'll piss Steve off, who's the other guitar player. And I'm like, all right, yeah, you guys want to do that, sure. But yeah, I remember me personally, Omega Wave is my favorite album. It's I know thrashers go to those first two, they're very hardcore. Thrash. Me not being a 100% thrash guy, it makes sense that I would like the more later one that has more of the modern elements in it. So I'm a big Omega Wave guy. When I got the call to do, so first of all, Craig, I never knew Chris Contos. Matt Camacho, I had hung out with at the Prog Power Festival. We became like good friends. He was really cool. Craig, I really didn't know. He approached me about joining his Dress the Dead band. I demoed one song. He wanted me to demo another one, but I was in Niviane already, and I was really all in, so I passed on that. And I thought he was mad at me. I was like, yeah, that guy's never going to talk to me again, because I don't know. So then I got a call from him to do the Bay Area International stuff, and that was just to help them out. I wasn't part of the show. They just needed someone to learn songs and go through the rehearsals. And I was like, yeah, this would be cool. So I learned 12 songs, and one of them was a Forbidden song. And that story's been out there a lot, where I was like, whoa, and this is cool. And then I did the show. I did like 9 songs and Chalice of Blood and all that.
Yeah.
So I was expecting him to call me for more Bay Area International, and instead I got the Forbidden call. I said yes right away because I knew Forbidden was just, it's a band I grew up liking a lot. I never thought, can I sing like this stuff? I never tried other than those 2 songs, but I was like, well, you know, I did Chalice and I did Off the Edge. And if you can do those, you probably pretty safe you can do the rest. So I said yes right away. And then I really didn't know what I was in for, honestly. I don't think I really had any clue. But then when it came time to actually approach the songs live, where I knew that fans were going to see Forbidden. They were going to see a bunch of guys covering a Forbidden song. Right. They were going to see Forbidden. As a fan, I wanted to stay as true as possible to the way it was. Because if I'm a fan, I don't want you totally tweaking these songs on me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Great point.
But at the same time, I don't want to be karaoke. So I just did the wire act. I just did a balancing act where I'm like, all right, I'm going to stay as true as I can. But I'm throwing all my own little things in here that I want, that I would hear. And that was kind of my way of approaching it. Yeah.
Honestly, and that's what I meant, is it sounds like that. From what I've seen, you know, and I haven't seen you guys live yet, but the performances I watched, even the first one where you were twisted into evil, right?
Oh, yeah.
I watched some of that on YouTube, and it was like, no, like that. I immediately, and I wasn't like, impress me, bro, crossed arms, you know, but like I don't know.
Thank you.
There's
been some of those for sure.
I'm sure they were plentiful in that room. But my thinking was like, that's a big gig, like, and it's a tough ask. But knowing that I'd heard some of your stuff, and I was like, well, I mean, it makes sense. And within the first song, I was like, shit, it sounds like Forbidden. And like they got the right guy for the job. So that it was cool and it was exciting because like we both know Craig a bit. We both played shows with Craig in other bands, and he's a good dude, and I know his ear is specific and discerning. Yes. So I trusted him. If he's going to drag Forbidden out, he's not going to fuck it up.
Yeah, I was I don't know, man. I had heard the no Rust, no Forbidden thing as a fan. Sure. So I was never.
No.
Not even a million years would I ever thought that call was happening.
Right.
Not at all. But yeah, it was really cool. I've been lucky. I think I have 2 things working for me. One, Russ retired.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not in the picture. There's no chance of him being in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
If there was, the fans might act a little differently. But I think that they know that we either get this or we don't get anything. Right.
Right.
So that works for me. And the other thing, I don't know. I guess maybe it's just it's everything's been approached right. The way the band did it. This is not a reunion. This is a rebirth kind of thing. They were smart to approach it that way. So I've had very little, almost none, as far as it comes to pushback from fans. Like Good. They've all been welcoming. I've seen. I could probably count on both hands the years I've been in the band, the number of times I saw something like, this guy. So I'm really happy about that. It could have been way more brutal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a gift.
People live for that shit, too. You know what I mean? So it's like, to be able to count it on 2 hands, dude, that's amazing. And, I mean, it shows that you're the right guy for the job, and it shows that the fans are, I mean, you know, the additions of you and Jeremy, too. I mean, God,
love Jeremy.
Jeremy's just a monster, dude. It's like, it just makes sense, you know. And you got the new record coming out sometime in the future, which will be very exciting. And then I know you guys got some dates coming up, but like I'm assuming next year is going to be the big push, right? With the Euro festivals and all that stuff, and probably a tour in there too. I'm assuming. So
yeah, I love having Jeremy on board. Dude, it's been awesome. It's been way cool because I knew that Dan couldn't do a couple shows, and they had mentioned, oh yeah, you know, we're probably going to get a fill-in or something. I'm like, okay. And this is an area where I trust Craig. And like you mentioned, Craig has the ear.
Yes.
You know, Craig always picks just really good musicians to surround himself with. So I absolutely trust him 100%. So it wasn't until they were like, oh yeah, this guy, Jeremy Von Epp, we're going to bring him in. I'm like, that's my boy. I've known him for like 20 years.
That's awesome.
He used to, cool. His band, The Venting Machine, and my solo band. Actually, the Venting Machine and Imagika would play shows together, and the Venting Machine and Skinner would play shows together.
Oh, okay.
And they would play Into the Pit by Fight and have me come up and do the vocals. Like they'd take
awesome.
a one singer break, and then I'd come up and I'd sing with them. So yeah, me and Jeremy go way back. My solo album that I released in 2023. Everyone, please check it out. It's called The Dark Design. I'm putting a plug in because it was released. Then like 2 weeks later, they announced that I joined Forbidden. So you can see what happened to that album.
Yes.
But Jeremy and I did a song. He wrote one song on that album called The Haunting Hours.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
we actually recorded and did a song together before Forbidden.
That's amazing. No, there'll be a picture of it right next to you on the screen right now.
It's that Bay Area synergy, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude. It's
like
a real
breeding.
thing.
It's like what's funny about the Bay, man, is like it always gets overlooked, or it's just like Metallica. Like people don't get how many amazingly talented musicians are in that small little demographic area, dude.
Yeah, it's I have mixed feelings on this. Growing up, I always felt that I never saw and now they're my peers. So sorry guys if to those other bands if I come across the wrong way, but I feel that they were always hesitant to pass the torch. You know, there are a lot of good up and comers, a lot of good bands that they could have taken on tour or thrown on local shows, and you never saw it happen. And like when I was in Imagika, we were always we were doing good things and stuff, but no one ever.
Are we talking about the Big M?
We're talking about not just them. I'm talking even the next level down.
Yeah.
So Testament.
Yeah, all those kind of bands. Now I'll see they do it, but there was a period where that was not happening. So and there was I just saw so many good bands come and go that just never got any exposure. They could have been helped. I know it's not those bands' job to help, but if we're supposed to be like a scene and keep it going type thing, instead you got everyone's holding that grail real tight, right?
Well, it gets competitive. I think especially once, like I would imagine, I've never been successful, but like once you get to a certain things are out of your hands, and two, they're like, well, we scratched our way up,
right?
Right? Like, I don't know, do the fucking work.
Exactly.
But a hand up would be really cool. Like for instance, Metallica to have taken out, I don't know, Testament or Death Angel or
Absolutely.
Forbidden, and it would have been nothing for them to do that on like Justice.
Yeah. Right. Great point.
And granted, they took Faith No More out, which Bay Area, that works. But post that, like they don't need a band to draw. They don't need a support band to, bring a fucking crowd. Like even now they're still doing it although they've had, I guess, Knock Loose is playing shows with them and they're a baby band essentially. Gojira is opening, but like also they have fucking Pantera opening for them.
Right. Yeah.
Neither of those bands need each other.
No, they can do their own things.
Yeah. But it would be cool to see, some of these elder statesmen take out some of the young pups and give them a shot.
So for Forbidden, when we do our local shows and stuff, we're absolutely like, hey, what we literally talk about it. What bands can we throw on this? So we're very much about that. We want, especially with you got Forbidden, they're bringing me on. I'm from a different generation, right? Jeremy, right?
Yeah.
So we're trying to keep that thing going and keep that scene going.
No, it's smart. It's really smart because going to shows in the Bay in the 90s and stuff, I saw so many local bands that never went beyond the demo stage.
Some good ones,
some really good ones. I remember seeing Chaos.
Yep.
And Epidemic. Although they got signed to Metal Blade, but like Horde of Torment, stuff like that. Like it was fucking cool. There were great bands going on down there. It was a pretty magical place and time.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I mean, there's still bands. I still see some bands that have been around longer than I have, and they're still in the trenches, just having a good time. And I'm like,
fuck yeah!
Wow, I would have gave up a long time ago.
Yeah,
that's killer.
But at least they're still rocking it, man. I love it.
There you go.
Yeah.
What? So you guys have? I think Jeremy had said Forbidden. How many shows have you guys done since the rebirth? I guess.
Oh my God.
Loosely, like.
I mean, I can give you an exact number. We'll have to pull up.
No. I'm
I don't
just
know.
thinking there
I've been in
it
a
hasn't
band
been like a ton, right?
I've been like 3 years. We've done,
Oh,
yeah, because I mean, this is 2023.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Well, I guess you guys have done. There's been some touring. What is
I've gone to South America
Yeah,
3 times. I've gone to Europe 3 times, plus festivals throughout the U.S. It's been a decent amount of shows.
good. Yeah. So that helps build that chemistry that you guys needed to get in and do this new upcoming album.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, it was night and day. We did the first 3 with Dan Mongrain. We just did 3. Like, we didn't even have any other songs written. It was like, we're going to do these 3 songs. We're going to bet on ourselves. We're going to release. We released 2 of them without a label, just to, see what was out there and what label options we got. And that was the idea, And now, then once Jeremy came on board, here comes this guy. He's like, Craig already has his pool of riffs. And then here comes Jeremy. He's like, oh, I got a lot of shit too.
Yeah.
And they met and they were just churning them out. They were as a singer, your lyric writer as well, I assume. You're going to love this. They were churning them out so fast that I was getting the files and I'd be writing the lyrics and my melodies, and then I'd move on to the next one. Then it was come time to demo. And then I went back to the first couple songs. I couldn't remember what my melodies were. I'm like reading my lyrics. I'm like, what did I come up with?
Right.
Because it was so quick. I'm used to doing a song, right?
Yeah.
Doing like 6, 7 songs,
Jesus.
Yeah. So it was, those guys were just churning these songs out fast.
Is Craig writing lyrics as well, or is he feeding any, or is he just letting you run?
So when we first chatted, he told me, he was, just so you know, I was the primary lyric writer. He was like I think it was like a 80-20 or 70-30 split between him and Russ, but Craig was the predominant lyric writer. And he's like, so, I look forward to working with you in this. And I told him, I'm a lyricist. I've always written all my own lyrics. Like, very rarely do I ever share lyric duty, but I didn't want to mess with anything. I told him, I said, to keep forbidden, you tell me what the songs need to be about, topic-wise, so we stay on brand, and you tell me the titles, etc. But then, of course, as soon as he sent me like the first song, Divided by Zero, he had the chorus ideas like, divided by zero, divided by life, and I'm like, okay, I get that. And then he had lyrics for what would be a verse. And I just chopped it up, sprinkled that throughout the 3 verses, wrote everything. Boom. He's like, okay, cool. And then there's another song that's not released yet. It's an epic.
Okay.
I don't know, it's 10-minute long song, 11. I don't know. It's long, epic song that's coming out. And I wrote everything. And he was like, well, I thought you were going to wait for me, but they were all blown away by it. So I just took it from there and I wrote everything.
Killer.
So now I'm just a lyricist. I still have him tell me what he wants it to be about, give me some cool song titles. So that's still that vein, but I just take it and I write it, and they've always been happy with it so far. So
perfect. Yeah, I think it would be tough for me personally when somebody else writes the words I'm supposed to sing. Yeah, it's hard. You can't, because they're not coming
feel it or attack it the right way.
Right.
Because I'm kind of processing it. Because that's not my voice, right? Yeah. But that's cool. That's really cool. I'm excited about that. What are your favorite older songs to do in the set?
So far live, Forbidden Evil is always just a fun one to do. It's kind of a storytelling. It's kind of, so that one's a real fun one. The song Twisted into Form it's got a good groove to it. Funny enough, we started playing Rip recently, which I'm really enjoying.
Cool.
We did, my least favorite song on Twisted into Form has always been Tossed Away. Okay. I just never really been a big fan of it. But then when we had to learn it for the 40th anniversary tour, performing it is a whole different thing. Like, listen to it, I'm like, it's all right, but performing it is fun. It's a fun song to perform.
Oh, that's cool.
Other than that, everyone thinks it's the standards, Chalice of Blood and stuff. I mean, those are cool songs, but Adapt or Die was really good to do. I got to do that off Omega Wave at one show.
Nice.
It was really cool. Green was fun to do. So, but there's a ton. They have so much catalog that I haven't touched. and that we may never touch, unfortunately, right?
Sure.
Because I know we're going to go really hard with getting as much of the new stuff in.
Yes.
Keeping some of the fan favorites. So,
well, that's smart.
Yeah. So deep cuts, those two middle '90s albums.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not going to get a lot of that, honestly.
Sure. I think that it makes sense. At some point, there's only so much time.
Yeah.
And you do have new product, new band, essentially. You do want to promote that. And it's hard to, you're never going to make everybody happy, brother.
Yeah, no.
It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So, like, why bother? Just do the thing, you know? Okay. You want to do a quick lightning round?
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Okay. Are you ready?
No, but go for it.
Good. All right. Just answer top of your head.
Sure.
Favorite vocalist?
I'm going to stick with Matt Barlow. Still to today.
Favorite album of all time?
Honestly, I would probably have to go back to Skid Row, Slave to the Grind.
Killer record.
Record.
Killer record. What is your dream tour lineup?
Oh, well, I mean, this is just because,
Get it.
Metallica, Iron Maiden.
Okay.
This is me playing with these bands, or you want me to?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're talking. It's the big ones. It's like Metallica and Iron Maiden.
Cool.
Those are the top ones. If Kiss would come out of retirement and they could actually sound good, throw Kiss in there too.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah,
Either one.
If they're dream tours, I go straight to the top.
Love it.
Creme de la creme, right?
See, that shows you got a rocket on you, son. I like that. Favorite food on tour?
I try to watch what I do on tour. God, you know what? I'm really like a just meat and cheese guy. But eating those backstage, the breakfast, the Euro breakfast and stuff. But yeah, man. Still, every once in a while, a good burger, someplace where we're having a night out or something. But you know how it is on tour. You never know what you're going to get to eat. So,
dude, my band lived on dollar menus. So,
right? I'm a Taco Bell fiend.
Yeah, brother. Bean burrito.
There's nothing on that menu I probably wouldn't order or eat.
There you go. Cool. All right. So 4 Desert Island albums.
Desert Island. Okay. Well, I'll already stick with the Slave to the Grind.
Slave to the Grind.
Probably Awake by Dream Theater is a phenomenal album. I got to throw an Evergrey album in there because they're my favorite. Maybe The Glorious Burden or Glorious. Sorry, that's a Iced Earth. A Glorious Collision. And a fourth one. Let's get something a little heavier. You know what? I'm gonna throw in that fucking Natural Born Chaos by Soilwork. That still has a good spot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Devin Townsend one. So, well, he produced it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so Forbidden's got a record coming out shortly, soonish. You got tour plans.
Yeah,
the fans are accepting you.
Yeah,
everything's going great. It's all coming up Millhouse for you. This is looking awesome.
On paper, everything's looking good, but
I think so.
We'll see. You never know. I mean, there's the business back end, which has its own headaches that we're dealing with. And when you're a legacy band, which we're trying to stay clear of, right?
Yes.
Obviously, there is the legacy thing, but we're still trying to carve that new path off it. That there's a lot of former baggage that comes with that.
Yeah.
Without diving in too deep, so we're trying to clean up on aisle history, forbidden history stuff.
Yeah.
Forge the new path at the same time. But the future looks bright.
It does. That's really, really exciting. Please plug your solo album again and give us an idea. Anything else you want to plug? Get it all out there.
I'll give the rundown. So my last solo album, if you look up Skinner, it's hard because there's Skinner everything. Everyone uses their last name. But the last album is called The Dark Design. Okay. Super proud of it. It was Zach Oren was the engineer. He is doing the new Forbidden album. He also did the last 2 of the 3 Niviane albums as well. So I'm very familiar with Zach. But yeah, it's called The Dark Design. I love the album. It's great. I have a new one in the works. It's about over 50% written. So there will be a new Skinner album at some point. And then I have a recording project that we're tracking. The first of, I already have 4 EPs demoed. So this is the first of the 4 that were drums have been tracked, where the various guitar players are tracking their songs. It's a something different. It's a nonstop concept storyline about vampires and shit. It's
amazing.
It's very symphonic. We got a lot of guest singers, a lot of guest musicians. But it's something I've been working on since like 2009.
Wow.
And I finally got around to getting the core guys together. And we're like, let's pull the trigger on this. It's strictly recording, but it's called Elementus. There's not really much out there. You might see a Facebook page or something, but there's something. It's just a recording thing. So other than Forbidden, which is the main thing, I have those 2 little passion projects. My solo stuff, which I'll always do in this Elementus recording project.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Eric, is there anything that I should have asked that I didn't?
No, I'm going to say, though, it's nice seeing Forbidden's name out there more and more over the last year. I've been noticing that a lot, which is cool. And you would be the 3rd band member we've talked to from Forbidden, so that's been awesome.
Right on.
And I'm excited about hearing the new record when it comes out, and talking with Jeremy and definitely talking with Craig. There's this like excitement I can feel, even though I haven't heard the tracks, that I'm excited for you guys not to take the legacy route and to really push the new material, because I think people are going to be blown away by the new material. I just have this gut feeling, so I'm hoping I'm correct. But it's been a pleasure talking to you today, and
thanks, guys.
Just enjoying, just like we do in the show, mixtapes, man. We just are 2 musicians that enjoy talking to musicians, and hopefully we give you a different experience than your typical interviewer. You know what I mean? Because
the same boring questions over and over.
Right, dude. We don't want to do that to you, man. And we're musicians, so we kind of get it, so we can joke around about it, in ear, out ear, all that. We understand each other, man. I think that's what we try to do with this show. So thanks for indulging us and just giving us a great conversation today, man. That's what we look forward to.
Cool.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Anytime. I'm always up for a chat. So
awesome. Yeah, well, maybe after the thing comes out, we'll do another thing.
Yeah, I'm down.
That'd be awesome. That'd be very cool. All right. Well,
we'll call it a day, man. We super appreciate you. Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Super cool guy. I mean,
yeah, man.
What more can you say? I mean, and very humble dude. I mean, Norman's got an insane voice, and he's the perfect fit for Forbidden. And it was cool talking about a lot of those things. He tripped me out with the whole Modner thing at first, the in-ears. I was like, what are you talking about?
That bugged me out. I was like, wait, you don't what?
I was like, you're that good?
Well, yeah, because like I know that Craig is using a modeler.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him posting about it. So I was like, if they're going like full modern, like that's some wizardry shit. Yeah, so good for you, Norman. But it makes more sense now that he explained it to my smooth brain. He did it, but he was super cool.
Yeah.
Like really chill. The evolution or the origin story was really interesting to me.
Totally agree.
I had a great time chatting with him. Really looking forward to hearing this Forbidden record.
Yeah, I think I don't want to say it's going to surprise a bunch of people. I don't want to talk like that, but I think it's going to be cool because I think they're going to get more of their flowers.
Yeah.
It's what I think is going to happen. You know what I mean? And, dude, they got the right players in the right place. I feel like they're doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? And that's, to me, is what, 2/3 of the battle, really?
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing.
Well, I think the world is ready for like a new Forbidden album now.
I agree.
And the label they're on is perfect, and like everything's lining up. Yeah. It's just, which is great. I think it's going to be awesome.
And like everybody we've talked to, we know Craig and we know Jeremy now and whatnot, just good dudes. So I love seeing that happen for good dudes.
Yep. I mean, no, it couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of guys. No, so
and that's awesome.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah, for sure. What are you thinking about album-wise this week?
So I think what I'm going to do is Norman had mentioned his solo album from 2023 that got released right when it was announced that he was in Forbidden. And I'm going to listen to that. And I'm probably going to go back and listen to some more of the Niviane stuff. And that's going to be my deal.
Thing because he was very excited about
Imagika. I need to know what that is. because I hadn't heard Imagika. I'd just heard of them, and it sounds really interesting. So I'm just gonna go through and have me a Norman Skinner festival.
Well, you got a plane ride to do it, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
You can have a little bit of time to do that. So
yeah. Yep.
I think I'm gonna do the same thing, to be honest with you. And it's one of the reasons why I love these shows is like you find the stuff behind the scenes, you learn a bit, and then it gets you more excited to like deep dive on the person you just interviewed. And I think that's a very cool thing about mixtapes that, we don't talk about as much as we should, but it is cool to do homework after the fact too. And just be like, man, he really likes this record, or like that record's really important to him. And then you listen to that record over again, if you haven't heard it, with different ears, I think. And I think that's really, really cool. Great job leading the show today, my friend.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Norman made it easy.
Oh, it made it so easy, dude. I mean, and like I said, man, everybody's been super cool that we've ever interviewed. So it's not been I don't know, man. We're lucky and grateful at the same time. It's, but I think we're musicians too, so they get it.
It helps.
They know we're not going to ask them the same questions that they got to deal with, in an 8-hour interview cycle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that.
Damn good time. Maybe we'll get the other two guys for Forbidden. Who knows?
Why not?
Yeah. Give it a shot.
Anything you want to add before we get out of here, my friend?
No.
Simple enough. Simple enough.
No, it was great. And thanks to Norman again. And thanks to all of you watching who continue to do so and like and subscribe and all that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
We appreciate everybody.
Yeah, we're hitting some new milestones very soon, which I'm very excited about. And just like I said, I started this podcast like 5 years ago, not expecting anything. You hopped on last year, and man, it just still blows my mind. The people we get to talk to and the numbers that we get to see, and it's cool, man. We try to keep it consistent. We do 2 episodes a week, and we're trying to stay true to that. And we appreciate all the feedback and the talking and all that good stuff, man, that you guys are doing with us. So appreciate you very much. Like I say at the end of every episode, be good yourselves, be good to others, especially in times like these. Get a hold of a friend, send them a text, a call, an email, whatever, and catch up on how they're doing, and say you found a brand new podcast called Mixtapes. Talk to you soon.